universe speaks to us always. First, in whispers.
The alternative is a life filled with regret.
There is a source of power in you that transcends the person.
Rise and shine, it's Espresso time. What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. I believe in you, and this channel is designed to be a part of your daily success routine. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message. Listen to the universe. Over to you, Oprah Winfrey. Also, if you want to know what Oprah and other entrepreneurs have to say about building unstoppable confidence, check out my 254 Confidence series, where every day for the next 254 days, I will send you a free morning video to help you build your confidence. The link to join is in the description below.
I have paid attention to my life because I understand that my life, just like your life, is always speaking to you. Your real work is to figure out where your power base is.
I wake up every
morning,
Espresso,
keep me going. Wake up every morning, espresso, keep me going.
The universe speaks to us always. First, in whispers. And a whisper usually in your life feels like, that's odd. Or, that doesn't make any sense. Or, is that right? It just really feels like that. It's that kind of subtle. And if you don't pay attention to the whisper, it gets louder and louder and louder. And I say, it's like getting thumped upside the head. You don't pay attention to that. It's like getting a brick upside your head. You don't pay attention to that, the brick wall falls down. That is the pattern that I see in my life and so many other people's lives. And so I ask people, what are the whispers? What's whispering to you now? And can you catch it in the whisper?
You already know what you want to do. You're letting the opinions of other people get in the way of you taking action. People are not afraid of failing. They're afraid of failing in front of other people. You will sing all day in the shower, but you won't get on the street corner and sing because you're embarrassed of the judgment. And what you need to do is inoculate yourself against the judgment and learn to take action on your ideas, because the alternative is a life filled with regret. You have to decide at what point are you going to take ownership for where you are in life. Like, at what point do you decide, my goals, my ideas, my dreams, my ambitions are important enough to me that I'm willing to risk failure, I'm willing to risk embarrassment, I'm willing to risk having to go tell my friends that it didn't work out, because this is my path. Because otherwise I never get to do the thing that I want to do. At what point are you going to decide to step up and say, I need to do this for me. I need to know. It may not work out. I may be embarrassed, but I need to know. I don't want the rest of my life to sit around wondering, what if, what if, what if? So it's really important to listen to the universe, but then you have to take action. You got to do something about it. And I got a 3-step process that I think is going to help you. It's audit, act, adjust. Audit, act, adjust. So let's start with audit. Audit is listening. Audit is paying attention. Maybe you hear the whispers. Maybe you get hit with a brick in the face. You are listening. You are paying attention. Whatever the thing is that helps you find that spot. I think too many of us are so overstimulated constantly, right? We're like reaching for our phone any minute of downtime. We're on our phone playing Heyday or whatever the game is, checking in on a social media network. Like, when is your time to audit, to reflect, to think, to connect? Building that in, learning to, when you're walking down the street, just walk down the street and think and reflect. Like, build in maybe an evening walk to just digest what happened that day. Whether it's on the weekend, you're going to go hang out at a Starbucks or go out in nature or make meditation part of your practice. If you are constantly on the go, and on the go doesn't mean working. Like, people often will pull out their phones and play a game as a way to de-stress and unwind and relax. But it means your brain is always on. You need to have time built into your day consistently where you can just reflect, where you can audit, where the ideas can flow to you, and you can start building a list of the things that you want to try and test for the life that you want to build for yourself. Audit. Next is act. You gotta act. You gotta do something. I have the 5-95 rule. You spend 5% of your time thinking, strategizing, planning, and then 95% of your time doing. Most people flip it. Most people spend all their time just thinking and planning and strategizing and writing the business plan and then another business plan and then adjusting and tweaking that business plan. You will not figure things out sitting on the couch. You have to do, you have to get out, you need to act. The best thing that you can do is take the list of ideas that you have, take everything you came up with in the audit section and do something on it. Find the smallest possible way to get started and test it. If one of your ideas is build a YouTube channel, make YouTube videos, don't make it complicated. Like today, take out your phone, record yourself making a video and post it. Expect it to be absolute garbage. It's okay. Did you enjoy the process? Do you want to go back to it? You can't think your way through these things. You can think of the idea, but it's the feeling that you get by acting that dictates the momentum and ultimately whether you would get results or not. So the 5-95 rule, find the smallest possible way to get started on the ideas that you have, the smallest possible way to do something today, and then spend 95% of your time actually doing and only 5% of your time strategizing, planning, and thinking about it. And then the third A is adjust. This is where people get it wrong. Life, success is not about hitting it right the first time. You will not hit it right the first time. It's about trying, it's about acting and then adjusting. You make a plan, you do the plan, you act on the plan, and then you adjust. The plan you start with is never going to be the plan you end up with. That's where the success will come. It's the ability to adjust your initial idea and then change it and make it better. Lamborghini started selling tractors. Wrigley started selling baking soda and soap and moved to gum. BMW started selling airplanes. That's why their logo is a propeller and moved to cars. You adjust. You have a plan. You have a great idea. Every idea that I come up with, I think is genius. I launch it. I find some small way to act on it and then adjust. Adjust. So many people are so concerned about building the perfect plan, the perfect product, the perfect service, but really it's just a front. It's just an insecurity because you're afraid. And the cure, the way through, is to audit, to act, and adjust. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy, but before that, it's time for the question of the day. I want to know, what is the universe telling you to do, and how will you act on it today? Let me know. Put it down in the comments below.
There is a source of power in you that transcends the person. And it's not egoic power over somebody. And it's one with the power that is the power of life in the universe, where all life arises. And people sometimes have a problem with self-confidence or valuing yourself. And sometimes you try to convince yourself by changing your thinking that you are actually good enough, that you should be self-confident. But there is a better way to find the source of self-confidence. On the egoic level, self-confidence is there because you see, you can tell yourself, I'm actually more intelligent than most of these people, or I'm better looking than most. I have to remind myself that I'm better looking than most, and then okay, yeah, I feel a bit more confident now. Or you say, I actually have more money than these people, so I have more self-confidence. Whatever it is, some way of convincing yourself, and then you compare yourself with others, and then you focus on those areas where you feel superior to others, and try not to think about other areas where inevitably you are inferior to others, because you cannot be superior in all areas. It's a complicated game when you start comparing yourself to other people. And if you want to bolster your self-confidence, and you only have to focus on where you feel I'm actually better than most. But that doesn't really work that well. So there is a better way of self-confidence that has nothing to do with comparing yourself with others or with feeling you're better than or not as good as. And that is direct access to inner power. You don't need any comparison. You can have it right now at this very moment if you're not stuck in your thinking mind, but take your attention a little bit beyond the thinking mind and then realize that you are the presence behind the thinking mind, without which there could be no thinking. You're the aware presence behind it all. That is deeper. You've gone deeper than the thinking mind. And that aware presence is where power resides. And it's not yours, because it connects you with universal power. Therefore, you don't need to compare yourself to anybody anymore, or feel, as the ego always does, that you're either superior or inferior to somebody else. That's not a comfortable way to live, where you have to classify yourself when you meet people. And so the fear is always, I might be inferior. Or behind that fear is a desire to be superior.
So let me give you the one-word secret to happiness. One word. This is all you need to be happy.
The most important word ever.
If you had to think of one word that's most important to you, or that sums you up, or that would be kind of like a little beacon.
If you like this video and want more Oprah, check out the Top 10 Volume 3 we did on her. I think you're going to really enjoy it. The link is right there next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
It was very difficult for me to figure out where my boundaries were, because I'd grown up poor and didn't have anything.
See you guys next time on Ties Away.
Become so skilled, so vigilant, so flat out fantastic at what you do that your talent cannot be dismissed. Only you have the power